Hey y'all, I was just gonna let you know that I used to be the biggest gossiper ever. I used to love to hear that juicy piece of gossip about somebody. You know, that um, when somebody called you and uh, they had to tell you the latest stuff about somebody, and I used to get my ears full. I mean, I walked around my house with my phone in my hand, and I could not wait to get that little piece of juicy gossip because I was a lifeline that had got my pleasure from gossip, and I would sit there and I would think about the person that I could tell this stuff to that I knew would spread it like wildfire, and especially if I wanted to hurt somebody, I would get my ears full, and then I could not wait to tell a bigger gossiper than me what I just heard, and because I knew that they would add to it, they would they would stir that pot, they would make it bigger than what it was, and the person that we were talking about would have the worst reputation, and what I didn't know is back then is I was actually hurting myself by contributing to their pain. It made me feel good at that moment, to be able to get anything that I could get on that person and spread it, and I was really bad about listening to other people's opinions about people. Like if I have never met somebody, and somebody else warned me about them, like, oh, she's a slut, or she's a whore, and don't hang around with her, or she stole something, or they used to smoke weed, or something like that. I would listen to that stuff, and then I would judge that person based on the opinion of somebody else, and um, I never did go by my own. I didn't know how to think about a person myself because my mind was based on negativity, you know. So when negative gossip and stuff got poured into my head, it come out my mouth. Anything that goes in your ears lands in your heart and comes out your mouth. And I don't desire to hear bad stuff about people anymore, and especially if it's a vicious gossip, gossip that would tear somebody apart, gossip that would ruin relationships, gossip that would ruin their marriage, or, um, that's just, we always hear stuff about somebody and we make it bigger than what it is. Gossip is horrible in schools, these girls and these boys, um, have to put up with it, somebody goes around and all they have to do is just spread something small, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and by the time that it gets back to you again, it's done went up the street, around the block, around the neighborhood, around the town. It's done got really far, and that person probably just did something minor. We don't never know, you know. Sitting there spreading that kind of stuff uh, is horrible for you, especially if you're the one that's contributing to somebody else's pain. You can cause somebody to commit suicide. You can cause somebody to have a mental breakdown. You can cause somebody to seek vengeance on you. If something horrible is happening to you right now, think about what you've done, because we reap what we sow in life, good or bad. It doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. You're always going to get back what you give out in life. It's a full circle. If you have been somebody has did something bad to you, something gossip has been done to you, um, somebody has lied about you, somebody has stolen from you, or anything. Think about anything that you've done, you know, and then think that's the reason why it was done back to you. You know, it might not be done by the same person. The same person more than likely won't hurt you, but it's going to come from a source that you don't even expect, you know. One of them other people that are gossipers and liars and thieves and whatever. And so next time you go to gossip about somebody, get to know that person. You know, go meet that person and see who they really are, because they might not even be who people are saying they are. And you can miss out on a good friendship. I've missed out on so many good friendships 10, 15 years ago. You know, I would think something about somebody, I wouldn't give them a chance. You know, I would stick my nose up at them at Walmart. I wouldn't even consider being friends with them. And because of something somebody else said, you know, their personality and my personality is different. So I might get along with somebody and you might not get along with them. I might not like somebody and you just love them to death. You know, that's just the way it is. I have many people that I went to school with. Keep in mind, this was 25 years ago or longer, that I wouldn't give a time of day back then, but they're the most awesome people now. You know, I mean, we all grow up, we all change. You know, I don't listen to the opinions of other people unless you see them in the paper, you know, or see them evidence yourself that they're screw ups or whatever. Don't listen to what other people say. Because if somebody's gossiping about them and they call you their friend, they're gossiping about you. You know, I know that in my heart that I have never, ever gossiped about my best friend of 25 years, Jennifer. You know, we have been best friends, and I have never told her business. I have never gossiped about her to other people to make her look bad in the eyes of others, you know. Now, there's good gossip and there's bad gossip. I believe that you can sit there and talk to somebody, you know, about somebody else out of concern about them. You know, somebody needs prayer, or, you know, somebody needs help. Somebody's house burned down or something, and you're talking about somebody to somebody else, you know, to get this person help. There's, you know, that's kind of a form of gossiping if you're saying their name and you're talking on the phone about them. But then there's that vicious gossip, that gossip that you don't need to even be spreading, you know, horrible stuff. And especially if it can cause pain to that person. That person hears that it's caused pain, you know, and keep that to yourself. I have hurt so many people. I have hurt so many people, and so many people have hurt me. You know, I opened myself up to that. You know, now if somebody, you know, wants to hear gossip, I tell them good stuff to spread. Here, spread this, spread that. You know, I give them some good stuff to spread. You're going to corner me in Walmart and try to ask me all these questions, you're going to get an earful of good stuff. Because this is the stuff I want you to spread. Spread this, spread that. You know, you're not going to hear nothing bad from me. You know, if I don't trust you 100%, you'll never hear nothing bad from me. You know, I do have good days and I do have bad days. But I don't listen to the scanner no more, and I don't call the family and let them know what's going on the scanner before they even get contacted. I used to do that. You know, I used to be bad about that. I wanted to be the first one to let people know what's going on. You know, and now I realize that that was a bad thing to do. Bad thing. Because I've hurt many people along the line. And I hope that if you're watching this right now, and if I've ever hurt you with vicious gossip or anything, I am so sorry. You know, because I am not that person that I used to be. You know, and all I can do is apologize. I can't do anything else. Just start trusting me from now on, because I promise you that you will not hear any kind of vicious, mean, hateful, ugly gossip from me. And hook yourself up with people that are like that are mind like, that think like you, that want to do good in life, want to be positive. We need some negative in our life to counteract the positive, but no, I try to keep the negative as minimal as possible, because it drags me down, it drains me out. I can't handle it mentally. I just can't handle it. I have retrained my mind, and back in 2005 I started, and I'm still continuing today. But mental gossip drains the life out of me, and I can't handle it. You know, Whatever you choose to do, you know, try to do good. Always try to do good. Compliment people. Lift people up. If somebody gives you good service at the restaurant, make sure you get their name. And when you get in your car or get home, you call that restaurant and say, hey, so-and-so did a good job for me. Call the manager out and say, hey, she needs a big raise. She's doing an excellent job. You wouldn't believe the turnaround that these waitresses and waiters will do for you. Anybody that hangs out with me is going to know. And some of you have hung out with me. And you know how I treat people out in public. I will compliment the lady at the McDonald's window. One time I was going through McDonald's, and this lady was so mean. She was like, so mean. She hated her job, and I would go give her my credit card, and I said, you need to smile, and she's like, I ain't smiling for nobody. And I'm like, well, you're not going to get my card. She said, well, I'm not smiling. I said, well, we could sit here all day. There was like 10 cars behind me. And so she just kind of gave one of those little, like that, and I gave her my card. Well, the next time we came through, I seen her again. And she was like mean, and I said, you're not going to get my card until you smile. And she's like, I told you I'm not smiling for nobody. I said, well, we can sit here all day long. So she did this, like that, and I gave her my card. Well, this continued on for about a week. We used to go to McDonald's off and on a couple times a week back in the day, but because we got things for free, because I complimented. But anyways, that's another story. And so we went through there again, and she seen my car coming around, and she was like this, and I gave her my card, and I just didn't say anything to her, and I went on. Well, when I got up there to the front to get my order, she ran up to that front window, and she goes, hey. And I looked at her, and she goes, you forgot something. I said, what? And she said, you forgot to ask me to smile. And I was like, oh, But from then on, the girl smiled, and so we don't know, I could have judged her from the very beginning, like, you moody thing, and just snatched my food every time I left, but she needed the extra boost. She needed the compliment. She needed somebody to come along and lift her up. Come to find out, she was a single mom, had a set of twins, pregnant with another set of twins. She was miserable working at McDonald's. So we don't know where people are at in life. We don't know why people do the things they do. We don't know why people sleep around with the people they sleep around with. We don't know why people love the people they love. We don't know why people live in that house or drive that car or wear those clothes. We don't know why they're not educated or they are educated or where they work or why they don't work, why they're on food stamps, why they're not on food stamps. We don't know. So until you worry about your own self, take care of your own self. I don't know about you, but taking care of me is a full-time job. A full-time job. I'm constantly always reminding people, you have to take care of you. You have to get up with you. You have to go to bed with you. You have to sleep with you. You have to eat with you. You have to take a bath with you. You got to go to Walmart with you. You can't get away from you. So you might as well fall in love with who you are and stop worrying about everybody else, Wish them the best. You know, you don't like her hair, take her to the beauty shop. You don't like what she drives, get a donation and get her a new car. You know, you don't like her nails or whatever, you know. You don't like her clothes, get in your closet, get your old clothes and hand them to her. You know, do help them instead of hurting them. But anyways, enough of that rant. I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stop your gossiping. It hurts people. I love y'all. Bye.